Hello, this is Brother Kimball, and this is my family. This is a photo of us at our last time that we were all together in Hawaii at Kahana Bay. I currently live in Rexburg, Idaho because I teach at BYU, Idaho, but I continue to teach this online class for BYU-Hawaii. I created the resources for this class while I was out on sabbatical, and both the face-to-face class and this online class continue to use those resources. So I love to continue to be involved. I love BYU-Hawaii, and I hope I can be of help to you. If I can give you any advice, please watch all of this video. It may be a little long, but I think if you'll just hang in there and watch all this video, there won't be any confusion as to how this class runs, and you'll be able to succeed. This class is more about dedication than it is smarts. If you're dedicated, you will succeed at it. We're going to start from the very beginning. What I've done is I've opened a Mozilla Firefox browser. So that's my first recommendation. If you can please use Mozilla Firefox, that will take care of virtually all technical issues. In order to get into the course, you are going to type BYUH.instructure.com. It's not instructor, it's instructure.com, and you hit enter. This will bring up your login page. You're going to use your BYU-H login and your password. Same thing that you used to get into my BYU-H. Once you log in, a screen like this will come up, and you need to find my course, and you'll notice that it's 2015-16 Winter Accounting 201-200. So click on that to open the course. You may see other courses if you have other courses that use Canvas. Now this is what's going to come up when you open up the course, except for this top part. And by the time you see this, it will say that it's published. The course will be published and you won't see this probably. The way the course is designed, off on the left are different tabs that are available to you. Now you won't see these grayed out ones because I didn't make them available to you. But you have the home, which will bring you to this screen. You have the announcements. I recommend you check for announcements on a regular basis. I'll be cleaning these announcements up, but you should see that there are announcements, and if you see an announcement there, please read them. If you have content questions regarding a given module, so I organize the course by chapters, and the chapters I call modules. If you have a content question regarding a given module, you just go to that module. For example, you may have a question about Module 1, and you would just click here, and it's like a discussion board will come up, and all you have to do is just get into where it says reply, type in, could you please, please explain, and then, type your question. As soon as you type your question, then you're going to go down here and you're going to post. And then that will be in this discussion board for not only myself and my TA, but also the other students to see. And then we will respond to that usually within 24 hours. So this is the place you want to post your content type questions. This is not the place for you to post, Brother Kimball, I'm sick, I won't be able to do this, or Brother Kimball, I'm going to go to my friend's wedding. Please don't post that here because the other students don't need to see that. For those things, you would go up here to the top right on the inbox, and you would send me directly an email. And so you would just go to this compose a new message, click on that, you indicate the course. Now for me, I don't know that you're going to see these other courses, but 2015, 2016 winter, you send it to Kevin Kimball, and my name should come up. It's searching for my name right now. You see that. You choose that, and it's just like any email. And you can even attach things, or you can even send me a video or audio recording by clicking here. And you'd say allow. We'll hope that this works with all the things I have going on the computer right now. And there you go, there you see me. And then you'd click in here and say, Brother Kimball, I was just curious about this. And then you ask the question, and then you'd click again to stop. And you'd save that. That didn't sound very good, but and then you would send it to me. Okay, so that's how you'd send me a message. You could type. You didn't have to do an audio or a video message, but that's how you would do that. Now we're in this composed message. You think, well, how do I get back? Just go back to your courses, and it'll put you back to that home. There may be a faster way, and I guess I just don't know that. All right, so those are your discussions. The other thing I recommend is going to modules. Modules is where you can see all the content for the course. So if you're ever lost in the course, just click on modules and you'll go right back to here. And the way I've organized it is I organized it chronologically. If you can just start at the top of this course and work your way down, getting green check marks by each of these things, as soon as you've done something, there's going to be a green check mark that will appear. For example, if you view my syllabus, a green check mark will appear. If you submit the syllabus quiz, a green check mark will appear. So if you're ever confused, just go up and see where you don't have your green check mark up through the current date, and you know what to do. Okay, so that's the modules. Grades, I'm not going to click on grades because maybe other people's names and things will appear here, but you'd click on grades, and that's where you can see your current grades. Finally, attendance, I'll probably delete that because I don't take attendance, obviously, because you're an online course. So maybe these, I don't really use 1, 2, 3. I may go ahead and remove those before you see them, and I don't think you see these settings. Okay, so that's the organization of that. If you need help from a technological standpoint from Canvas itself, you would go to help. And these are the people who actually wrote the program, this learning management system. So you can report a problem, you can ask a question, you can search the Canvas guides, you can ask your instructor a question. I wouldn't bother using this. I would use the inbox to ask me a question. But hopefully you get the idea. So to start off with, you have start here, and I've tried to be very clear as to what you need to do. Start here, this is your course welcome. You're going to click in here, and the syllabus is going to come up. Here's my welcome video, and then here's this video, this one that I'm showing you right now. This is how the course, you navigate through the course. And then you just have the standard syllabus. Please read it, okay? Please read this standard syllabus. Okay, that's, I don't know that I really need to say that, but I'm going to say it anyway. Please read the syllabus. It's a helpful document. Okay, let me go back to modules, so it's the view that you're used to. All right, so you've read the syllabus. Then you take a syllabus quiz. You're going to go into syllabus quiz. You just click on it, and it will say take the quiz. You take the quiz, and there's going to be a question, and what you just true or false. Then you hit next. Make sure when you're done you hit submit quiz. Okay, so that's how all the quizzes work. There's going to be questions. You can hit next, and then you need to make sure you hit submit quiz, and you'll see over on the right hand side which ones you've gone through. It tracks how much time you take, and I don't think I have any time limit on any of the quizzes. Take as long as you like to learn the material. All right, so that's that quiz. Let's go back to modules. Obviously I didn't submit that. You wouldn't get a score if you didn't submit that. Next one, we have a pretest. Now this one, what this does is it's a quiz, and it's testing your knowledge of Accounting 201 material. It's unlikely that you know any of this material, so do not panic. Just do your best. What we do is at the very beginning of the course, we assess kind of a benchmark where students are at, what they know, and at the very end of the course, we take the same quiz, have them take the same quiz or something very similar to see if their knowledge has improved at all. So please do your best on the pretest and do your best on the post-test. And if you do well on the pretest, you'll have extra credit, and if you do well on the post-test, you'll have extra credit. And so this is where we will record your extra credit. This is a Canvas student orientation. If you've already used Canvas a fair amount, you probably maybe just click on it and see if there's anything new there that you don't know. But really, if you know how to use Canvas, you probably don't need to spend a lot of time on this. Canvas Network Code of Conduct, just be aware that there's certain rules of etiquette. I would click on that just to make sure you're aware. Now, if you've done all these things, then you're going to want to click on Badge. Okay, now it may appear a little different for you, but what I've done is I've set up the course in a way that if you complete a module, you can click on the badge at the bottom, and you'll want to there's a question there. If you want to have this badge appear in your profile, you should choose yes. But your goal should be to not only learn the material, but also get all these badges. And if you get all the badges, then there's some extra credit involved. Um, so let me just click on that one just so you can see. Okay, so if you get through all of that very first intro module, you'll get this badge, which is the starter badge. And this indicates what you need to do to get the badge. And so you just want to make sure you do that. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this down to make sure that that's saved. Okay. Okay. And that was something I had to do for the course. And here are some of the students who obviously haven't been able to get the badge just yet. All right, so every single module, like full module, like sometimes I have a module 1A and 1B, every full module, there is a badge. And so I recommend you do your best to work through all the material to get the badges. So let's go down to a given module. And I said that this video may be a little long, just hang in there. The discussion board, these module discussion boards will only appear as you get close to that module. So probably when you open up, you may only see the module 1 discussion board. But the discussion boards will always be at the top so you can come back and ask questions there. So our very first module is Key Players in the World of Finance and Business. I've put an estimate of how long it'll probably take you to complete this whole module. If you click on the very first thing, all it says you have to view it, read this, and then hit next. Or instead of hitting next, let's go back to how that works. I'm going back to the module. Rather than hitting next, you can just keep going back to module, and then you'll see that there's a green check mark here, and you go on to the next thing. Study. What are equity investors? And the way it works, you have step 1. Step 1 is to watch a short video, 7 minutes and 4 seconds. So you click on this, and a video is going to pop up where I talk you through what equity investors are. Now the audio of this you could download to an MP3 player if you wanted. The audio is in here obviously, but if you wanted the MP3 you can. The transcript, in other words, every single word that I say in this video is in this transcript. I have it in Word form, I have it in PDF form, and then the PowerPoint notes that I use to create this video are here in PowerPoint form and PDF form. So you watch the video and study it, take notes. Some students have found it helpful to print out these slides and take notes on the slides themselves. That's a suggestion. Next, you would take the quiz. So you click here and you take the quiz. It's only 5 questions. But in order to pass the quiz, you have to get at least 80%. So you would take the quiz. Okay, and that quiz is going to come up and you answer the questions. And once you're done, you submit quiz. Okay, so back to our modules here. Obviously, I didn't submit just yet. Okay, so you're going to take that quiz. Okay, and you would be done. So you'd have check mark, check mark, check mark. As long as you get at least 4 out of 5, then the check mark will appear. If you don't get 4 out of 5, it won't prevent you from moving on, but you won't get the check mark, and therefore you will not get the badge for this module because you have to get check marks by everything to get the badge. All right, so you're going to do each of these, working through. Every one of these are short videos, usually 5 to 10 or 11 minutes, and then you take a quiz. So I've tried to chop it up. Rather than have you watch a video that's 2 hours long and then take a quiz, I try to do it in smaller segments. So you get down to the bottom, and then you're going to take a quiz on the whole module. Okay, so after you've learned all this material, I think I'm now in module 2. Let me go back. So module 1, so there's the different study quizzes, and then we have a quiz on module 1. So it'll test you on these prior 3 quizzes. Now here's the part that a lot of students in the last semester didn't really comprehend. After you've taken these quizzes, that's to kind of assess, do you kind of have the basics? And then I have a worksheet. Now, my TA would have already sent you a PDF, and if you didn't get that email, it's also in the syllabus, a link to the PDF file of all the worksheets for the class. But if you don't have that, you can print them out one by one. But what you'd do is you'd click on this Module 1 worksheet, and it's a Word document, and I would print it out. Okay, that's the first thing. Make sure you print it out. It's going to come up like this. Go ahead and enable editing. And you need to print this out because all Word document homework must be submitted as a digital image. So you got to have a way of taking a picture of your homework. I will not accept your typing the answers in here. You must write it by hand. Let me repeat. You must write it by hand. So you'd print this out, you'd circle it, and then you'd take a picture of it, and then you would upload it. Let's go back to modules. Okay, so we're down here, and you go down to the module 1, and this is where you turn it in. You're going to click on this, and you're going to want to submit a file upload. So you're going to have these digital images, and I guess I can't really show you how this works, the way this works, but because I'm looking at it from an instructor view. At this place, there's a place where you would be able to attach files and then hit submit. We will then manually grade that and give you feedback. Now, here's the good point, and I know this video is getting long, but hang in there. Here's the good point. Even before you submit your answer here, you have access to the solution. Okay, let me say that again. Even before you submit, you do have access to the solution. Now, a lot of people think, well, the students are just going to copy the answers. And I guess they probably could. In my opinion, that is a bad way to learn. I'm trying to encourage you to work through these worksheets, but I want you to have the resource of an instructor by your side as you work them through. So this is what I would do. I'd print it out. I would do the best I possibly can. If I really get stuck, I would check the worksheet solution, but I would continue to work it out by hand. It would be a bad idea to just pull up the solution and write everything over perfectly, because I don't think you'll learn as much. But at least he'll let you know that I think this stuff is important. And half of every exam will be based on these worksheets. So half of every exam will be based on quizzes, and half of every exam will be based on these worksheets. It's actually worksheets are a little less than half. And once you've done that, you've submitted it, and you've viewed the solution, then you can go here and you can get your badge. And that's how all the modules are set up. Okay, so we're going to go through a few modules, and then we'll have an exam. So now we have a practice exam. This is online, open book, open note, worth 40 points. Do the best you can to pass it off. You have to score at least 32. But that's the online. After that, after you've practiced and made sure you're ready, then you're going to go into the testing center. Okay, you've got to go into the testing center to take the workout portion and the multiple choice portion of the exam. Okay, so this is closed book, closed note. You need to actually go to the testing center to take the exam. Okay, now the way we set it up for Thanksgiving is if you don't want to have to worry about this exam over the Thanksgiving holiday, take it before you go. If you don't mind studying over the holiday, then take it after you get back. I did that on purpose so you can have that choice. All right, so that's how the course is designed. Keep going through all the different modules till the final. There's 19 modules, 19 module sections. And then we have a comprehensive final exam. So what I recommend as you're going through the course, keep going back and taking old quizzes, making sure you haven't forgotten that stuff. And your final exam is it's comprehensive, and it will be all multiple choice. All the other exams, there's going to be part multiple choice and part workout, and the workout is based on the homework. So that's my best shot in giving you a very long explanation. If we were in a face-to-face class, I probably would have done that face-to-face in class. But if you will just work through top to bottom, stay on top of it, do not allow yourself to get behind, you'll do great. All these quizzes, every one of these quizzes, both the topic quizzes as well as the module quizzes, as well as the practice online exams, you can take as many times as you like to get the score you want, to learn the material and get the score you want. So if you've got a low score, try it again. Don't give up. Commit to yourself to keep doing the best you can. Don't give up. Keep trying. And you can keep retaking these until the last day of finals. Okay, so if I see a student who's on the border and has let's say they wanted an A minus at least, and they have 89.99999%, they're going to get a B plus, because guaranteed, I bet I could go into the course and I could see that they have a quiz that they got a 4 out of 5 on, and they just didn't keep retaking it. And had they retaken it, they would have been able to get that A minus. So the power is in your hands to keep retaking these. You should have 100% on every single quiz if you want the grade you want. Okay, so that's it. I know that was long, but I sure hope you hung in there and you listened to the whole thing. Aloha.